What's going on, everyone? Before I go any further, I am not anti-police. You don't like cops? Next time you need help, call a crackhead. I used to be a cop. I got plenty of friends who are still cops. With that being said, I'm going to call out the police whenever there's something that they've done wrong. And this is a major case of it. Do you know or have you heard of Tyre Nichols from Memphis? No? I'll tell you about him. The Memphis Police Department and the 5 former officers who are now under arrest. This case is just now receiving national press, and that's a sad thing. Mr. Nichols was a 27-year-old male from Memphis. He was pulled over on January 7th for reckless driving. Now, what the reckless driving is, they haven't really explained yet. But at some point during this traffic stop, Mr. Nichols decided he wanted to run from the cops. It doesn't say why. I've done some research, and I have not been able to find any criminal history or anything like that. In addition to, he was not charged with anything in regards to the reckless driving and then running. So don't really know what's going on there, what caused him to run from the cops. But once he was apprehended, things went south very, very quickly. That ended up with him being beaten by 5 officers from the Memphis Police Department. Now, it should be noted that all 5 of these officers had body cameras on and activated during the interaction. Both the prosecutors of Memphis and his Mr. Nichols' family and lawyer have seen the body camera footage, and both describe it as heinous. I'm going to put a picture in right here. And that's a picture of what Mr. Nichols looked like in the hospital bed before he passed away 3 days after this beating that he received. Now, as I said, the officers are former officers. All 5 were fired on January 20th for violations of department policies, including excessive force, failure to render aid, and failure to intervene. Because as we know, in certain circumstances, other cops need to intervene. And you have a duty as a police officer to prevent another officer from committing a crime. Now, after that, as of today, all 5 have been charged with multiple felonies, including second-degree murder, official misconduct, official oppression, and this is the one that I'm a little confused on, aggravated kidnapping. I'll be interested to see what that charge comes from. Now, as of this, when I'm taping this video, all 5 are in custody of the Sheriff's Department. And they're all facing between 15 and 50 years for the different charges. And those charges can be made concurrent, which means they're served at the same time, or they could be consecutive, which means they go one, then the next, then the next. In addition to these local charges, Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, the state version of their state version of the FBI, the actual FBI, Department of Justice, and the U.S. Attorney's Office have all opened investigations into this. So there is a definite possibility, and most likely will be, additional state and federal charges that these officers will be facing. Regardless of why Mr. Nichols ran, and I don't know why. They haven't put anything out on there. A cop is not a judge. They're not a jury. And in this case, they're not an executioner. Let me know what you think.